All right, man. They're saying that the Lakers are not yet aggressive in the Kyrie Irving Brooklyn Nets deal. They yet to get aggressive, but they rumored that a couple other teams might have got in on the deal. And then we'll talk about Kevin Durant. The Golden State Warriors have an interest in Kevin Durant. A lot of people say, no, he can't do that because he wants to win a ring on his own and all that. My thing about that the media portrayed the narrative. They're very inconsistent with that narrative because you know, Kobe 2K fan was saying, I don't know how true it was that the NBA put Larry Bird on the Celtics, that he was technically not drafted on the Celtics. So if that is true, like that's hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? You look at all them other teams that they were super teams. Super teams always existed in the National Basketball Associations when when you look at Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and I think Robert Parrish plays somewhere. So once you really start deep digging deep into it, it's not been too many teams, man. Like a lot of people compare, a lot of people thought Kobe and Shaq they was a super duo, but they was like a super team. They was unbeatable. And Shaq signed as a free agent. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Robert Parrish didn't start with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, if Larry Bird was true that they really put him on the Celtics and he never technically was drafted on the Celtics, that punches a hole in anybody argument. Kareem went to LA and they did draft Magic and they had Jamal Wilkes and a number of different guys throughout the years. They were a super team. Only team I know that won that repeated twice was the Bulls. I really really think of them as a super team, to be honest. When you look at it, but check out the NBA top playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live with our video. I really didn't look at them as a super team. I didn't. Scotty was a good player. Michael was a good player. Horace was a good player, but they had a really solid team all the way around. They put you with these stupid narratives, bro. So, if everything is copacetic with him and the people in the Warriors and they still good, go back there. Oh, you can't win one without Steph Curry. Well, Steph couldn't win one without Clay. Without Draymond. It's a team sport, but it said the Warriors have interest in trading for Kevin Durant per Mark J. Spears. The Golden State could offer a package for both sides: Jordan, Poole, Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, James Wiseman. I think that's a bit much. But I guess if they're not offering the draft picks, then they said they won the championship. They was trying to get off of James Wiseman anyway. So yeah, that's a nice little thing. But do you really want to trade Wiggins after what he did? I guess you replace him with Kevin Durant. But do you really want to trade Wiggins after how great he played in the finals? It seemed like a great fit. If anything, I know they're not gonna get rid of the core Clay, Steph, and Draymond, but Draymond should be the one gone. But it is what it is, if we being honest. But they willing to mortgage. The Warriors is in the best position. They champions, and they also set up for the future. So they don't have to make this deal. You know, and if LeBron do get Kyrie, it don't really matter because LeBron ain't the same LeBron he was 4, 5, 6 years ago. So whenever they was playing in the finals, it's not the same LeBron. So like I said before, I think it's in Kevin Durant's head that Kevin Durant wants to go out there and win a championship on his own. I think it's in Kevin Durant's head that he wants to go out there and win a championship. And that's the case. I mean, you can play that game all day. If you go to Memphis or Atlanta, people gonna say it's Trae Young or Ja Morant's team. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it don't really matter. So I mean, he go to Milwaukee, it's Giannis' team. He go to the Knicks, they probably go say it's RJ Barrett team. So he go out to, I don't know, Miami is Jimmy Butler team. You go out to Phoenix is Chris Paul and Devin Booker team. So I mean, it is what it is. Wherever he go, they gonna say, well, it's his team, it's their team. So it's gonna feel like he tag teaming along again. It just seemed like they vilifying him. And if you gonna be the villain, be the villain. Ain't no harm in that. Vilify. Remember they had the whole thing about Kevin Durant, not a nice guy, not a nice guy. Embrace being a villain. Because they vilifying you because you stopped LeBron from winning some rings. That's exactly what it is. But LeBron and the NBA should have never suspended Draymond. If we being real, they never should have suspended Draymond, and then Golden State never would have went to go beg for Kevin Durant. You know, um, so whoever they put in there, that's a threat to LeBron. They say, "Oh, LeBron about to get Kyrie. Look at Kevin, the Golden State going to get Kevin Durant." It don't really matter, man. Kyrie is always done. He'll never, he'll play for his money, but at some point he's gonna self destruct. Anthony Davis can't stay healthy. He getting older. Don't seem like he picking up no weights or doing no type of aerobics or weight training to get more durable. That's what the NBA players don't understand. You still have to lift weights. The resistant bands and all that type of stuff, bro. I mean, come on. It only can go so far. Especially if you can't stay healthy. But it's a great fit for him. That's a lot to give up, but I don't really see that happening. But we'll see. Wherever he go at, unless it's like a rebuild like Indiana or somewhere, whatever it may be, that's what people gonna continue to, it's his team. Unless it's somewhere like that, I wouldn't listen to him, man. I wouldn't listen to none of them dudes, bro. I wouldn't listen to none of them. I wouldn't listen to none of them. Go where it make you happy at. Go where it make you happy at. But yeah, wherever he goes, people gonna have an issue with it. We all know that. So I mean, if he stay, people, I think that's the only way. Indiana, he stay somewhere that's rebuilding. That's what people gonna say. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a good fit. They know each other. They all on the same timeline. But if I'm Golden State, I don't trade the future. I don't trade that much of the future. Straight up and down, it's a lot. But I guess they're not gonna throw draft picks in there. You're gonna make up compensation player. But I don't think he end up there. People keep saying Toronto. I don't think he go to the six. Nobody want to be up in Canada, taxes and all that type of stuff. Um, I'm just still gonna say he end up where he want to go. I mean, Miami or Phoenix. I still say he end up where he wants to go. So, or anywhere else he want to go. So, I mean, Atlanta will be good for him. They got players. Not sure what their picks looking like, but I always say Miami. I mean, Atlanta and Memphis. Two young teams that need somebody like him that can get their own shot to help their young players. Where they can carry him through the regular season. He can close the deal in the playoffs. People gotta understand KD about to be 34 years old. That's what people don't understand. He about to be 34 years old. You know, he's about to be 34 years old. So they're gonna have to carry Kevin Durant a little bit. So been injured the last few seasons. So we'll see what happens. But I don't really see him going to Golden State. And a lot of LeBron fans are shook that he could end up in Golden State. That's exactly what it is. Kevin Durant scares them, especially on Golden State. But like I said, the NBA has been built on super teams their whole career. They've been built on most super teams. Only super teams that really ain't win a championship is Detroit and Houston. And you look at San Antonio at one point, with David Robinson, Tim Duncan, two Hall of Fame players, you know what I'm saying? And then it was, Robinson, Duncan, I think Ginobili, Parker, even when Robinson left, It's still come on. So, and it's a lot of teams that was super that didn't win it. Sam Cassell, Spreewell, Garnett, Ray Allen, Glenn Big Dog Robinson, Sam Cassell. Like I said before, to me it's Houston and Detroit. That's been one of the two big teams that ain't really wasn't a super duper super teams that more teams that won it. So the NBA has always been super teams. Michael Cooper, Magic, Kareem, James Worthy. I mean, you can just keep going on and on. Keep going on and on, man. Even Detroit Pistons in the '80s that won it. Isaiah's the only player that was on the top 50 of all time players, and all top 75 of all time players. He's the only Piston that was on there, so something to think about for a minute. But nonetheless, let's move over to brother Kyrie, Knick Knack Paddywhack, Red Fish, Blue Fish. So apparently Kyrie Irving has potential suitors now. 76ers, Lakers, Mavericks all said to be interested. But also it's being said that Kyrie Irving bought a mansion out in LA for $3.7 million. I don't know how true that was. They said LeBron wants to see Kyrie in Los Angeles more than anyone, and it's rooting hard for the Lakers to acquire him. So Lakers actually really praying on that. But like I said before, like I continue to say, they just desperate. They're not really looking at this with its entirety. They're not looking at this in its entirety. Like they're not looking at the problem ever since they've been thinking, well, he played for LeBron, but he quit on LeBron. That's what people don't understand. He quit on LeBron James. He quit on LeBron James. That's what people don't understand. He quit on LeBron James because he was jealous. When somebody's jealous of you and you see it, man, like you really gonna keep rocking with him? No. You really gonna keep rocking with him? Hell no. But I'm gonna pull this up. They got another report out there about Kyrie. Come on. They just desperate in LA, man. They know LeBron about to walk. So they know they don't have no capital. They don't have no players. So, but the only thing about it is they were saying that the one thing they were saying about it was that the Lakers ain't really aggressive in pursuing Kyrie Irving. That's what they're saying right now. The Lakers are not progressive in pursuit of Kyrie Irving. So they taking their time. They taking their time. They taking their time. They are taking their time in pursuit of, Kyrie Irving because really there ain't no suitors. They said the 76ers, the Mavericks, and that could just be propaganda by the Brooklyn Nets to pressure the Lakers in doing a deal. So, I mean, obviously the Mavericks seem like that's smart because they lost Jalen Brunson in free agency, but the Mavericks probably got draft picks to give. It's gonna be the expiring contract of Russell Westbrook or draft picks from Dallas. And maybe they send Spencer Dinwiddie back over there. But to me that'll work. But I don't know how that's the dynamic between not Kristaps Porzingis, but Luka Doncic and Kyrie gonna work. Kyrie showed to play really well off the ball, so that'll be interesting. And they play really good defense down the stretch. So the question is, is Kyrie gonna really, buy in defensively? But the Lakers have yet, I'm told, to be aggressive in trying to put a deal together to get Kyrie from Brooklyn. That may evolve with time. But so far right now, there's no traction really on deals with either Irving or Durant. So that's for Kevin Durant too. So it seems like they ain't in no rush. And maybe that's finding the right maybe that's just finding the right deal and not rush. But The thing about what make this deal so hard to put together is it's come after the draft. You know, you putting it, this was happened before the draft and would have happened by the draft. And this happens after the draft. So, like I said before, you know, there's really no urgency to move on there. But I would still expect Kyrie Irving to be in the Lakers jersey. But I don't see him going to Philadelphia with the James Harden dynamic. But Harden hadn't signed back yet. I don't believe. So I don't really see him going to Philadelphia, but maybe Dallas emerges sooner, losing Jalen Brunson, needing somebody else there. Spencer Dinwiddie not being able to play all the time, so they might put a package around Spencer Dinwiddie, put a few picks in there, and he might be going. He really don't have any stock, so the Lakers don't have picks, but they got Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Do you want Russell Westbrook for a year? You know what I'm saying? Or you want a guy like Spencer Dinwiddie that was on your roster that you know? You know what I'm saying? So I think Dallas could put something together, but who knows? I still expect to see him in the Lakers jersey. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Check out the NBA Talk Players for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, a lot more. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal there. The link tree is the first link in the description. You can reach me everywhere if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. I find me on either Instagram or Twitter. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.